Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to welcome to the ring IHWE founder David Fuller and IHWE original, the Playboy, Joey Corman.
Sounds like there's a pinnacle around here, or a slack, or somebody's committing arson, one or the other. So anyway, it's the only time we'll get put over here. So anyway, lariat to the face. So anyway, tonight's about the Dallas-Fort Worth Championship, and we've had some great champions. Thank you. Yes, give it up. We've had some great champions in the past, some great DFW champions. The great WCCW alumnus Chico Torres, former WCW star Lenny Lane, Charlie Haas has held the DFW Championship, and this man right here, who was known as Joseph, painted his face. He's a real weird dude, but over the years he's also been the Playboy Joey Corman. Him and his tag team partner Samir back in the late 90s and the early 2000s broke down so many barriers. They wrestled for TNA, they wrestled for Combat Zone Wrestling, they wrestled all over the nation, and there were two guys who weren't exactly the biggest guys, but they did things that a lot of big guys couldn't do. So, tonight's about the DFW Championship, and you were the DFW champion for a while, so knowing the match we got coming up tonight, what are your memories about being the DFW champion?
First of all, there's a lot of tradition in wrestling, professional wrestling in the DFW area. So to be involved in something like that right there was just an honor in itself. To have the title, to have that responsibility on my shoulders, that was also an honor. Now, a lot of things have changed over the years in the professional wrestling business. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. But the one thing that has stayed consistent and has stayed constant is there has always been a great amount of talent in the DFW area. This has always been a hotbed for professional wrestling, and I believe it'll continue. Fuller, David.
Whoa, hey. Gigolo James Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. This is unexpected.
I've been trying to get a hold of you. Hey, I know you're busy. You're obviously putting on a great show tonight. Obviously, you're putting on a great show. Everyone here's having a good time tonight. To be honest, I'm not sure if I mean disrespect because, you see, I was supposed to, I gave you all the paperwork. We've signed, sealed, delivered. It's legally binding, and I'm supposed to get Texas Red, and he's not here. So, I guess my question to you is, basically, you know, I know you're trying to protect me and you're worried about my head, but are you really trying to get out of me wrestling here again?
Negative. You've all seen Texas Red. How can anybody control that guy?
I wasn't going to control Texas Red tonight, I was going to end him.
Okay.
Look! Fuller, I have waited too long for this, okay? I've been trained my butt off. I dropped 20 pounds, my gear doesn't even fit anymore. All for the opportunity to get my hands on the guy who put me out. Alright? So,
Hey. I understand that you have a grievance to air, and that's fine. There's certain channels that you're supposed to do. As you can see now, he's a businessman. There's certain ways to handle business issues. This is not the time nor place. We're out here talking about DFW history. We're out here talking about the heavyweight championship. We got a lot on our plate. There's a lot going on tonight. And you're a great wrestler. I know from experience. And these people have seen you in action before, but listen, this is a little bit bigger than you right now, kid. We got something else going on.
Do you, now, in the interest of fairness, being fair to you, would you like to respond?
all right. You know, Joe, you said something that was was true. It's all about tradition. It's all about honor.
Yeah.
You know what? In the spirit of tradition, I came here tonight ready to tear apart a 6'4", 280-pound piece of garbage. So, I have a question for you. You see, 13 years ago when you were DFW champion, I wrestled you. You may not remember very well, and hey, you were a better man that night. You won the match, good for you, but I'm not a kid anymore, Joey. And David, I'm not doing this because we have a legally binding contract. I'm asking this. If you want to dissolve that contract, and if you don't want to give me a match tonight, that's fine, but if Red's not here, I want to take out some aggression on him.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. No, hold on 1 second. Okay, so you're a former DFW champion. He's a former DFW champion, and he's right. 13 years ago, you challenged him for the DFW championship, and he beat you. But what do you think? You want to see it? Are you good?
I fulfilled my obligation to the company as well earlier today, and I was honored to be part of the show earlier. And I came out here, the second part of my contractual obligation was to come out here and do a promo and talk about this DFW title. And I've done that. I have nothing to prove by beating this kid up again, because that's most likely what would happen. There's really no reason to do it.
Well, for all time's sake, I tell you what, for all the times that you slept on my dad's bedroom floor and ate our bread and tuna, let's do it! Get a referee out here. It's gonna be the Playboy Joey Corman against Gigolo James Johnson. I'm giving you a bonus match.
Well, this was certainly unexpected.
A little impromptu match right now.
James Johnson, as he said, he was here tonight to wipe out Texas Red, a man he's had some serious issues with, a man who's been responsible for James Johnson not being in professional wrestling for some time now because of head injuries. But since Texas Red is not here, and Lord only knows where he is and what he's doing, instead we get James Johnson versus Joey Corman. So talk about a flashback. Two former DFW champions right there.
James Johnson, he's been waiting so long to get his hands on Texas Red. A lot of aggression that he needs to get out tonight.
Oh, and he decks Joey Corman, and he decked him good.
It looks like he's trying to get it out on Joey Corman right now.
And Joey's trying to gather his wits back about him. I mean, we talk about we didn't expect this match. He certainly didn't expect that blow there from the Gigolo.
This Gigolo, James Johnson, not the same kid he was 13 years ago when they last met. This will be a different competitor he's facing today.
I've watched James Johnson. I've watched both men for a good long time, the better part of 15 years, as a matter of fact. I know what they're capable of. I know that once they get going, it's very hard to stop them or put on the brakes. And Johnson going right after Corman outside the ring, and they're in between us and the ring, and they continue to move in front of the front row fans here at the Crowley Recreation Center. And Corman meets that ring apron head first.
James Johnson just bouncing him off the ring all the way around, now finally rolling him back in.
Now Johnson, of course, he won his first singles championship in IHWE on April 28, 2015. At All Out Insanity, he lost it back on Halloween Night Tales from the ringside during a six-pack challenge, and that certainly didn't sit well with him. So now he's in the ring, taking it all out on Playboy Joey Corman.
Like I said, a lot of aggression in James Johnson, thinking he was getting Texas Red here tonight. He's not. Now Joey Corman is the man that stands in his way and is going to be the recipient of that aggression.
And Tyler Foster, I think we're seeing a more businesslike James Johnson here. He's usually happy-go-lucky. He's usually dancing. Well, we didn't even hear his music when he came out to the ring. He was all business. He knew. Oh, what a super kick there by the Gigolo.
Caught him right on the mark on that one.
On top of Corman, 1, 2, and only a 2 count.
Joey Corman able to kick out. Still in this as James Johnson takes control again. So that'll be your chin lock.
Now, of course, we have ways of getting information to you about IHWE. One way is the IHWE app. It's available on iOS and Android, so check it out. Get that app, get it on your phone, get it on your tablet, and find out more about IHWE.
I've got the app on my phone, very easy to download.
Now it looks like we've got, well, a reversal of the Irish whip. Arm drag and another arm drag by Joey Corman, a third arm drag in a row, and now an arm bar by the Playboy. He won the DFW championship himself back on September 4th, 2004, and that was, boy, you talk about history here, the NAWA DFW Best Damn Show period. He beat Seth Shai, a three-time DFW champion, for that belt.
And Joey Corman, he was out here to talk about the DFW title, now finds himself in the ring with Gigolo James Johnson.
Nice kip up there by Johnson, and side headlock now on Corman. Backing up into the ropes and sending Johnson on his way. Shoulder tackle by Gigolo, comes off the ropes once again, steps over Corman. Corman up, drop toe hold. On top, and looks like a crippler crossface there. Is he going to try to make Johnson give up here? Are we going to see a tap out?
He's still controlling that arm, trying to get the tap on this one on Johnson.
And looks like he has, in fact, zeroed in on that left arm of Gigolo James Johnson. Now, Corman defended against James Johnson as his alter ego, Dark Dragon. That was back on September 18th, 2004. That was at a show called NAWA DFW Texas Rumble. Now, eventually, Corman lost the title to controversial WCW star Lenny Lane. You remember him from WCW? And that match happened in the fall of 2004.
Absolutely, Lenny Lane, my favorite West Hollywood blonde.
Yes, indeed. Lenny and Lodi, I remember them.
Joey Corman continues to work on that left arm of Gigolo James Johnson.
And, of course, Joey Corman, he doesn't have the wrestling schedule that he once did, but I'll tell you what, they talked about him and Samir being one of the premier tag teams known as the Overboys. They took on Top Competition. And you want to know about Top Competition that they took on December 2002, the Cowtown Coliseum, Fort Worth, Texas. I was there for this one, Joey and Samir against Paul London and AJ Styles. What a match that was.
I think those two guys went on to do a few things after that.
Yeah, I think they've added a few zeros to their paychecks. I think that's safe to say.
Just a little bit, I think.
Just a little bit. Another kip up by Johnson. Corman pulls him back down.
Joey Corman really controlling that left arm of Johnson.
Joey Corman has been known to be an innovator in high-flying moves in the cruiserweight division. Johnson giving up again, once again, being taken down by Corman. Corman's got a firm hold of his opponent right now.
Gigolo kicked up, tried to get out, but Corman's still on that arm.
And of course, you can watch IHWE on Fight TV. That's Fight, F-I-T-E. Not the traditional spelling, but I think this makes it easy to remember. Enziguri certainly making things hard to remember for Joey Corman. He took such a hard shot to the head there.
And Gigolo finally got loose from the grasp of Joey Corman. He's got a little time to regroup.
And of course, anytime you have a match like this, the fans are the real winners because they are seeing some action. They are seeing some top-notch competition. A reversal, well, clothesline by Johnson. And clothesline once again taking Corman down.
Staying on him with those clotheslines.
Corman with a reversal. Great drop kick by Gigolo. Gigolo James Johnson showing his aerial mastery here. 1, 2, and only 2. Corman kicking out.
Corman got the shoulder up on that one.
And now they're back in the corner, and right hand in there by Johnson, the referee trying to make sure they don't go into rule breaker land. Corman out of the way, and Johnson hit that corner hard.
Just a second too late by Johnson.
That took Johnson up and over, and Corman a little bit slow and going for the cover, 2, and that was close.
Kick out of 2, Gigolo James Johnson. Not ready to go home yet.
He could very well have had him right there.
They're very, very close.
And you want to talk about cruiserweight action still to come tonight. Our J-Cup preview of 4 corners match. 4 of the leading cruiserweights in IHWE. We'll be seeing that a little bit later on tonight.
Everybody wants that J-Cup. We got a little preview of what we're going to see later tonight.
Right over the knees. That took the wind out of Gigolo James Johnson. Playboy Joey Corman now. Let's see what he's going to do. Charging in, but look at that. Johnson goes for the arm, and he's going for a crossface of his own.
Now Gigolo working on the crossface.
Putting the pressure on, but Corman up to his knees, taking some of the pressure off. But once again, down flat on the mat. Oh, he got it.
He got it. He got it.
Joey Corman tapped out just like that.
Gigolo James Johnson.
Boy, that one came almost out of nowhere, and now we hear the familiar music of Gigolo James Johnson, the familiar happy-go-lucky dancing music, but will we see that same attitude here now that he's won the match and seemingly made his point?
Did Gigolo James Johnson not wanting to be shown up by Joey Corman. He uses a crossface of his own to get the tap-out victory.
I tell you what, these two veterans of the ring have shown these fans some of the very best competition that they have seen here at the Crowley Recreation Center. Johnson wants
extending his hand.
And there he goes, some good sportsmanship there from Joey Corman, raising his opponent's hand in victory. Gigolo James Johnson is your winner here at IHW Triple Crown. The Triple Crown match between Americos and Charlie Haas still to come later tonight.